I have never wanted to fuck a car so badly. They had no business making it sound so good. Why did you do a black box? Where are they? Let me at them. Oh. They're dead. Let me out. Here it is, the first video of many on Need for Speed. Do you understand what this game means to me? When I was a kid, this game was the only game I would play. Nothing else. If it were a person, I would fuck it. I got my first boner from Need for Speed. What the fuck am I saying? Anyway, a new NFS is releasing this year, and what better way to show my hype than to say what exactly I want the game to be, and if it's not this, then you're not getting my money, and you should be sold by EA as sex slaves. For more threats and insults to people who are just trying to survive and feed themselves, please subscribe. Okay, this video will be divided into parts. Each part is an aspect of NFS 2022 that I will talk about, scream about, just about. So let's just jump right into it. First and foremost, the racing. Excuse me, guy. I want it to be difficult to race against the AI. Remember in Most Wanted or Carbon, if you hit a car, you shit yourself because then you were going to be passed by someone? I want that feeling to return. Also in that game, there was always one dude that was constantly like on your ass and you had to block him from passing every 8 seconds. That would be cool if those guys were to come back. But don't make them rubber band and teleport and shit. That was fucking irritating every single game you make. You have to offset your ridiculous shit ass AI with them barreling towards you if they even so much as slow down. That's annoying. If they hit a car, they hit a car. AI needs to get good. Obviously sprints, circuits, and drift defense need to come back with the addition of drag races. You added drag tires in Need for Speed Heat, but no drag races. Are you dumb? Ooh, we wanted to focus on off-road. I fucking hate off-road. If I wanted to play off-road, I would have played dirt. The fucking game's name is Dirt! The return of speed traps, knockout, and checkpoint races would be most welcomed too. If you don't add these, I will be super sad, because the racing in Heat is so fucking boring. Literally, that game is just sprints and circuits and that's it. Sprints were at night and circuits were at day, and drift events too, and off-road. The songs and the racing go hand in hand. See, in Heat, the racing was too easy and it had little in the way of event types, which we already established. Pay attention, come on. Also didn't help that most of the songs that played weren't that great. Whoever picked Valentino Khan and Keizo's Novocaine to be in the game needs their genitals attached to a car battery. I know that some people like that asinine noise fest for a song, but this is my wish list, not yours. So you can go fuck. In Carbon, the races were difficult, and the music was pretty intense. It felt like an actual battle, which it was because you were fighting for territory against other crews. In Undercover, the races were piss easy, but the soundtrack was relaxing to listen to. It felt like a cruise, peaceful. Except you're flying at 200 miles per hour and one wrong move will cause your car to swerve and then your intestines becoming out-testines. In the run, the races were kind of easy, but the soundtrack was fucking legendary. Incredibly intense. You felt like you were fucking. I can't even compare it to anything. You just felt like a legend in that game when you do everything perfectly. Like that snow race with the missiles. I nutted after that race, for real. And the song selection, I mean just... Since apparently the new NFS is set in Chicago, I better see the soundtrack be rock and rock only. Just, here's my Spotify playlist, go and steal the songs from there. The world needs to feel alive too. In Carbon, you had random AI cars spawning in and challenging you to a race. In Rivals, you had AI police cars chase AI racers, just randomly. You could be chilling in your Dodge Viper by the side of the road and you see a chase whiz past you with helicopters and shit. In 2015, you could find AI racers just driving around. The characters there felt like actual people, kind of. And that is just a great achievement for Need for Speed, because if there's one thing that doesn't combine, it's Need for Speed and memorable characters. I fucking forgot the name of the people in Heat. Who are they again? It was the lady, and the dude, and then the other dude. And yeah, that's it. In Undercover, you had a lot of traffic as well as the police radio sounding like an actual police radio, like in real life. People just up and vomit in Undercover and tell the operator that they need to go home.
Dispatch, I just threw up in my car. I gotta go home. It's all over the place. It's disgusting. Call a record.
Sir, I copy. Sending record now.
Other lines include people being invited to eat some food too.
Anyone in Sunset Hills up for a bite to eat? I'm starving over here.
Yeah, I'll go. You want to get a sandwich at Tompkins?
Sounds like a plan. I'll be there in 5.
Pretty sweet. Okay, what I've seen from the leaked map is that it's the same size as Heat's map. Which, alright, big maps don't necessarily mean that it's good. But make sure it's good. Like, I don't want to be smashing neon flamingos. Why the fuck would I do that? Flamingos are beautiful. They're cutimous.
Oh my! It's a fucking UFO!
The spray paints and billboards were meaningless. You know, Spider-Man PS4 did collectibles right. It was fun as hell to find those collectibles because they were homages to other characters and villains associated with Spider-Man. You're like, I know that. Dopamine. Side tangent, I played that game and the whole day fucking whizzed by me and I didn't even notice. But my mom came down and started screaming at me for playing so fucking long. I want that to happen to me again, but with this new NFS game. The drift zones and speed traps were good, so keep those. But the drift zones are only viable if you're in a drift car. And I'm usually not in a drift car because I like speed. And that's because I'm usually chased by cops. Aha! The cops! The cops need to be fucking hard. The leaks shows us that repairs are going to be a thing again, so that's really good. I like that because it makes the cops really easy to make hard. And hard cops make me hard. What? In Most Wanted and Carbon they were difficult, yes, but your car was a fucking wrecking ball and you could fuck them over and over and over and over again.
Attention units on the code 3.
In Heat and Launch, the cops were hard as fuck. And that's because they caught up to you unlike every other recent Need for Speed game. Also, you couldn't just send them to the shower room like in Most Wanted and payback, because if you did, you'd lose half your health. Also, they do not want to arrest you, they want to kill you. The only bad thing about it is that maybe your health was a little too weak. I mean, it's just, they hit you and half your health is gone. So maybe don't keep that. How would it be like the health bar is similar to Hot Pursuit 2010's health? You know how you get rammed and it just chips away a little bit? Yeah, like that. Except a little more. Except make it weaker. Also, keep infinite repairs. Maybe add a cooldown so you don't just repair over and over like in Rivals. I'm saying this because me and a lot of other people like really long chases. I went for an hour once when I was replaying Most Wanted. Then the game crashed on me and I lost all of that. I played Carbon recently and it was just so fucking crazy how I played this game over and over and over again in my entire life. But I still can't predict what the police is gonna do sometimes. They just throw a curveball over and over and that's what makes them so fun to play against. You're always on edge and planning what the fuck you're gonna do. That is if you don't get ass blasted by a rhino and busted immediately. I'm not saying replicate the AI of Carbon Most Wanted, because we all know that EA is gonna spend that much time on anything. What, you think they care about funding the games anymore? After the dumpster fire that is 2042? I'll be surprised if we get cars in Need for Speed. Anyway, wishlist. If we somehow get the police AI of Most Wanted, as well as the health bar from Heat, but a little stronger, that might be something to look forward to. I'm not gonna lie, most of the video is gonna be focusing on the cops aspect of the game because that is the most important part of Need for Speed in my opinion. Every other race game don't have cops, or at least don't have cops like Need for Speed. The races are okay on their own. The police are really fun on their own too, but when they combine, that's when we get Need for Speed. Obviously we're gonna need races where the cops try and fuck over things for the other racers and you as well. That's just like mandatory now. I also want the old Heat level system back, where each car had a certain level depending on how fucking crazy you were. The problem with the old Heat level system though, is that it stopped increasing whenever you reached the cap for the area that you're currently racing in. Remember in Most Wanted, when you were in the first district you couldn't get to Heat level 3? Then they told you ways to get rid of your Heat level should they be too hard? Bitch! Level 5 isn't hard enough! So yeah, they'll keep that level cap.
Hey guys, level cap.
I want my Volvo ass fucking 20 billion year old starter car to have heat level 5 on it. Also have it so when you keep your car in the garage to play with another one, the heat on the other car lowers as well. And if you customize it, the heat level decreases too. Obviously roadblocks, spike strips, and rhinos need to come back. Kill switch cops were a great addition too. Rhinos better not be fucking announced to you. That just ruins the whole point of them. Heat Plus is a mod that alters the game to make it even better, and what they did was get rid of the announcement of the rhino, but not the interactive music that plays. So you heard the ominous and you were like, where the fuck? Cross type enemy would be great too. Stronger and faster, less aggressive, and will get you bigger bucks when you kill it. Or a lot of heat, I don't know. Cooldown spots might be good too. Imagine losing the cops and sliding into a cooldown spot and looking to your left and you see another dude in the car, just chilling in the same spot. That would be that would be funny as fuck. The police radio needs to be far better than the one in Heat too. The one in Heat makes me think that everyone is either suicidal or just high as fuck. I fucking hate it. I realize that the night ones are unprofessional or some shit, but they could have at least tried with their lines still.
21, 4221 QSK.
Most Wanted's radio is far better, as well as Undercover's. Oh my god, Undercover's radio is just legendary. Use that as your inspiration. There better be interactive music too. In Heat, the police music was good. Like, that dude, Pedro Bolfman, or whatever his fucking name was, that dude is a legend. Do that again, but better. Please and thank you. There, now you have to do it because that was nice. Undercover style busted scene would be great to see as well. Those are funny as hell. I don't have much you need to do for the car selection, honestly. If you have the Dodge Viper in there, then I'm game, dude. If you don't, then what the fuck? This is the best car there is. Oh, it's unsafe. Kill yourself! The McLaren F12, I love that car. The customization was good in Heat. It was fun to customize cars. I don't really like making wraps though. Usually stealing one from the library or just making stripes is what I do. Unless it's the Dodge Viper. I keep that baby bright yellow every time. Because, as a kid in Hot Pursuit 2, I usually made it yellow with white stripes. And it makes me happy. Like it did back then. Oh, anyway, customization. I'm not gonna be mad if you just redo Heat's customization because it's good. But if you can, could you add more custom body kits? Just go mad. Who cares? Who cares? Is there like copyright problems? Is that a thing? It doesn't have to be real body kits you can make in real life. Remember the ones back in Most Wanted and a lot? Yeah, that was good. Reuse those. That would just be like a great nostalgia trip. I know I'm mentioning the old NFS games a lot, but they're the only good ones I can use as an example. Now, Need for Speed and story don't usually go hand in hand because I don't know why, but every single campaign has to be super serious and uncover a big gigantic mystery, toppling some corrupt mob or corrupt police. Who the fuck cares? I know I don't. So my one request is going to be, don't make the characters take themselves so fucking seriously. I know payback shit. Don't do payback again. That didn't work the first time. It's certainly not gonna work now. You fucking moron! Anyway, I guess that's it then. Like and subscribe. Fuck that bell in his tight little asshole. I'll probably make a Battlefield wishlist too. Bye.